My name is Derya, and this is a knitting podcast. Knitting, but also other handcrafts like crocheting or sewing. I started podcasting a couple of weeks ago in German because I live in German and that's one of my mother tongues, German and Turkish. And I had the idea to broadcast also in English, but just one time in a month, on a monthly basis, because I want to get in touch, to be connected with people who are making podcasts or consuming podcasts in English. And that's why, because I like to watch a podcast in English from people who are speaking English as a mother tongue or not, like me, but our English is good enough to talk about our passion about knitting. So I wanted to give it a try, and that's why I came to the idea to make a project of the month podcast. The project I choose for this one is my lovely wave sweater. My project don't have any names. Mostly I self-draft my projects. Sometimes I also buy patterns and love to knit with patterns, but this one is made by me. It's self-drafted. It looks like this. We can see it's not finished yet. I'm working on it. It's one of my whips. I forgot one point, what I'm wearing today. It's very warm here in Germany, and I have a t-shirt, but it's also self-made. Self-made and self-drafted. Okay, back to this lovely one. I started this sweater at the shoulder line. The idea came to me when I was knitting socks, and I wanted to try the Turkish cast-on method the first time. For socks, I didn't like it very much, but then I came to the idea, okay, maybe it's a good idea to start a sweater at the shoulder line, because when you make this Turkish cast-on, you have to knit on one side and the other side. When you are knitting socks, so you can shape the toe of the socks. It's a method for knitting toe-up socks. Then I came to the conclusion I don't like to knit toe-up socks. I like to knit them beginning at the heel. So that's not the reason, but I came to the idea. Okay, the idea was shoulder line. I'm knitting front part, back part simultaneously. Then I have one part. Now, when you want to try this method, you have to be aware that you will have very much yarn ends. I started this part parallel. You need to start parallel, the one and the other part. I don't know if I'm showing you the right or the left side. This one and the other part, you start parallel simultaneously. And you knit front page, back page of the one side, of the other side. The good thing with this cast-on method is you can decide step by step and very slowly how you want to make your neckline shaping. In each row you can decide, okay, this is enough, this is not enough, and like here you can see where this line will be and will stay. When I put on the sweater, the starting line is exactly on the shoulder line. Then that means when you're at the beginning, you can look if you like it that much, or if you want to go further and do more decreases for your neckline. Maybe you want to have a very big ribbing, or small, or no ribbing. So you can decide it step by step, very slowly. After finishing both sides, and when you finish the neckline at the front and back side, you can connect them. Then you have to knit back and forth at the front and back and forth at the back. And if you wish, you could also decide to make shaping for the armhole. I didn't do that. Maybe I forgot about it, or I thought it's okay when I don't need it. Maybe next time I can try this. Okay. When I get to this point, I was a little bored by the stockinette knitting, and had the idea maybe I can start with a pattern, with a stitch. Then I came to the idea that a lace stitch, this old shale, the name of this stitch is, this pattern is old shale. I can use this one. I saw it on internet and it was really beautiful. And then I had one idea more. In my stash I have a yarn, a very, very thin yarn with small, very small sequins. You can see the tiny, they are not many and they are very tiny flowers. And when I move the sweater, it shines. And this reminds me on the ocean, which is funny and great because the name of my name, the meaning of my name is ocean. Maybe I should call this sweater the Derya sweater. Okay, I started with the waves and was very happy with the result. And then came to the idea maybe I could use this one first as a summer top, and later when it gets chilly and cold after summer I could knit arms so that I have a whole sweater. But I didn't do that because you can see here it looks a little sloppy and not really neat. That's why I didn't do that. Since I decided not to use it as a top, I started with the arm on this side, and you can see it looks no more sloppy. It has a shape and looks okay for now. There is one issue I want to talk to you about this sweater. One thing, when you are recognizing that I look one time in the camera, then the next time under the camera to another place. That's why the reason for that is I connected my mobile phone with the TV so I can see me. I could also use the selfie mode of my mobile phone, but the back camera of my phone is much better than the selfie camera. So I decided to do it this way, and sometimes I look like this, then come back to you, because I want to be sure that you are seeing what I want you to see in a good and beautiful way. Okay, the issue I wanted to talk to you is the bag. Now, I could say, there is a beautiful design feature I created. That's right, but there is a reason why I've done that. When I get to the point where I wanted to start with the waves, I get excited and was not very careful with the back side and the front side, and I started on it with the back. This side, which is now the front side, was originally the back. I don't want to wear the sweater this way, and I wanted to knit a high ribbing. This was my plan. So I needed a solution. What do I do with this gap? It's too much. Maybe other people like an airy back part of the sweater, but I don't. I get cold at the neck. Then I had the idea to knit garter stitch at the back to close this gap, and then started with the ribbing and made this ribbing shorter, so that I had on the front side not a big difference to my plan that I had initially. That was my first podcast in English, the project of the month, my wavy, glittery cotton sweater. I didn't mention any cotton because that's a normal cotton wool. You can take what you want when you self-draft your sweaters. But if you are very interested to know which blend I've used, I can share this information. Why not? I hope you had fun and some entertainment while you were making your knitting, crocheting or whatever. I wish you a lovely day and say bye for now, and if you like, you can comment, ask questions or like. See you next time in next month. Okay, bye bye.